Hey, love bugs, Dr. Ashley Greer here. I have not done a live in a while, but this topic just came up twice in one day, and I always take that as a little bit of a kick in the butt to speak up and to speak about this. So I am not part of the Just Think Positive tribe. I think that is actually incredibly damaging and incredibly irresponsible to try to just fix people's problems by saying or implying that you just think positive. That's how you get out of it. That's how you get through it, is just think positive. You just need to, just turn your mindset. Yes, of course, there's always mindset work, and that's incredibly important. But, I'm a former psychologist. I have my PhD in psychology, as well as all of this ability, as well as all this experience working as a coach, as well as all of this personal journeying, right? And I have worked with so many women who have, hey, Tammy, great to see you. I have worked with so many women who have come from this place of toxicity and trauma, where they've been essentially told to slap a smile on their face their entire life, right? Suck it up, buttercup. Try to be happy. Try to just put on a smile to make everybody else more comfortable, right? And so then they learn that in order to be successful in life, they have to prioritize everybody else's comfort over themselves, over their own happiness, over their own true happiness. And then this gets reinforced in the personal development community when you hear crap like, just think positive, right? It's completely invalidating of your true emotional experience, which is sometimes difficult, which is sometimes uncomfortable, which is sometimes trying to tell you something with all of this challenging experiences that are going on internally. And so to invalidate all of that emotional experience that goes on inside by saying just think positive or just turn your mindset, just heal it and clear it, is absolute nonsense. I'm going to take a stand for this and say it's absolute nonsense. And what it does is it's actually incredibly damaging, because what it does is it reinforces this pattern where we're supposed to think positive to cure ourselves and to heal ourselves. And when we can't just think our way positive out of this paper bag, we end up feeling this incredible sense of shame and guilt and sadness and depression and helplessness and hopelessness, because this isn't working for me. I guess I just did something wrong. I guess I must not be worthy of happiness. I guess I must not be doing this right? So self-blame, 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 self-blame. And what does that do? All it does is it drives you further into the sense of helplessness, hopelessness, trying to slap on that freaking smile to make other people more comfortable, to make other people happy, while inside you're screaming and you're going, what's wrong? Why can't I be happy? Why does my life feel this way? This is not right. This is not fair. I must be doing something wrong. More self-blame, more shame, more guilt. It comes from this toxic pattern, this trauma, from the background, from our background. And there's just so many coaches teaching this crap because they think that this is the way to happiness, is just think positive, just think positive. Yeah, we want to think positive, but that just totally invalidates emotion. It invalidates the trauma and toxicity from the past that has patterned and created this conditioned belief that has been a coping mechanism. And what it does is it essentially tells us that our internal world is something to be ashamed of, and it's something to say, I need to hide from other people. And so then you can never actually live a truly authentic and truly pure life where you say, sometimes I'm upset, sometimes I cry, sometimes I'm angry, and guess what? That's okay. And what that means is that I am actually then entitled to true happiness, because I'm no longer hiding, and I'm no longer ashamed of myself, and I no longer feel guilty for who and what I am, and I can finally own all the freaking pieces. I don't have to hide it to make you more comfortable. I don't have to hide it because my coach tries to make me, or my psychologist, or whoever tries to make me feel like, well, you're not succeeding enough, or you're not thinking positively enough. You should just think your way positive out of that paper bag of shame and guilt and trauma that you experienced your whole life. I mean, what the hell is this shit? I mean, really and sincerely, it upsets me to the core. And this is not what I teach in any of my work, whether it is with my one-on-one clients and my membership group or any of that stuff. What I teach is I truly teach you to get in touch with all of you, all of the aspects of yourself. Get really comfortable with all of the aspects of yourself, to truly listen to what is trying to speak to you, even through the uncomfortable and less pleasant emotions, which are just as important as the pleasurable ones. And then you ultimately feel this incredible sense of freedom and true happiness. The perfect example, the perfect analogy, because I love analogies, that I want to share with you, that I talked to my client about this morning, was it's the difference between slap, somebody being like, smile more, why don't you put a smile on your face, right? Screw that. But you like slap a smile on your face while inside you're just feeling like crap, and you're feeling sad, and you're feeling angry, and you still don't feel happy. But you put this forced smile on your face, that doesn't look real. It doesn't look real. Nobody's buying it. You're not buying it, especially, but you slap it on to make other people more comfortable. Versus allowing yourself to feel sadness, to understand where the sadness is coming from, to understand where the anger is coming from, to understand why you've been coping this way your whole life, to move through it, to allow it to move through you, and then to realize that you can choose to feel more happiness, contentment, satisfaction, joy, and bliss when you allow the space for feeling all of these things without the guilt, without the shame, without the narrative that says somehow you have failed because you're not positive all the time. So let's just throw out and shed this feeling that we have to just be Pollyannas, because it's not realistic, it's not pure, it's not honest, it's not truthful. The truth is that sometimes I'm going to cry my eyes out. The truth is that sometimes I am angry and pissed off. And the truth is that I'm happier than 90% of everyone in our society because I allow space for all of it. And if you want more information on how to do this yourself, shoot me a private message. I would love to talk to you about that. But let me look at these comments. I want to respond to the comments quickly too. Andrew says, oh gosh, I agree with you so much. Thank you for saying it. Right? I know, I can't stand it. It's irresponsible. And it's ultimately truly invalidating of our core emotional experience as human beings. I mean, we weren't given emotions because we were supposed to ignore them. Right? I mean, we have gut instincts that come from an emotional core within us. I mean, if we're going to talk about chakra system, this is like an emotional system. Like when you talk about your solar plexus, you're feeling things in your solar plexus that say hell yes or hell no. But you can't hear the hell yes or hell no if you're numbing and muting your emotions. Hey, Tamika, great to see you. Andrew says, I fell into that think positive all the time thing, and it felt like such a fake, right? Doesn't it feel terrible? And then you're not authentic. And then what happens is you can't actually connect with people intimately because you're not being freaking upfront with who you are, because who you are is this multifaceted human being. And it's okay. Tammy says, I'm all of that today, sad, upset, and blaming. And that's okay. And that's okay. Just drop the guilt and the shame that says you have to be other than, and allow yourself, give yourself permission to feel it. That's so important. Tamika says that positive thing is more harmful than good. Absolutely. No authenticity is there. Great, Hedge. Right, absolutely. Absolutely. No, and then Carrie says, be real is what she says. And so true, yeah. There's no honesty in living. There's no bringing our true self to our experience as human beings. There's no comfort and a sense of relaxation when we always have to put up a front for other people, when we are living a truly inauthentic life that is about trying to keep other people happy with us being a certain type of person, right? Then we're not actually attracting those people who are meant for us. We're not actually being true to our soul. And our soul is really just saying, you don't have to try so hard. You can just be who you are. Yes, you can learn techniques and strategies to connect with the understanding that you are not your thoughts and emotions, and you can allow them to flow through you, and you can learn tools so that you no longer get stuck in some of those, emotionally overwhelming experiences, and so that instead of lasting 3 months, they last 3 days. You learn these skills and you learn these tools that are grounded in everyday reality. It's, healing and feeling really whole in your life is not about being perfect. Even when we're talking about it emotionally, it's not about saying that I have to be this, perfect laughing Buddha guy, right? That's like, oh, all the time, because that's just not real. And frankly, think about it. When you really deeply connect with somebody, like on a soul level, it's usually when we connect through the things that we've struggled with, or the things that we've had pain over, or the things that we have felt uncomfortable about, or the things that we have, we need support with. And if we're never allowing ourselves the full breadth of our emotional experience, that means we're cheating ourselves out of one of all of our true goals in life, which is connection. Whether that's to our true self or to other people. So that's my message today, because it came up twice within the last 3 hours. So that's a kick in the butt for me to jump on and talk to y'all about it. Anyway, I love you all. And if you are interested in doing some coaching, send me a private message. Otherwise, I do have a membership community where we talk all about this. We do in-depth training on every aspect of this, and there's all library content and psychic readings, mini psychic readings, and group coaching calls and all of this stuff for less than the cost of a cup of coffee a day. God, that's hard to say, and that rhymes. That sounds weird. Anyway, I'm just having a ball. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see you soon.